Just a quick video. It's that time of year to get the tubs glued up or taped on. What I'm using myself is a set of DT Swiss RC30s for this year. I was using Bontrager Alias last year, but they disintegrated in a cyclocross race. So I'm just gonna go for these ones, which I end up using for the rest of the season. No issues with them, but I end up going to disc. Braking surface on them is ideal, so you check that first. I had the tubs glued on, so I got as much glue off as I could. I'm using Velox or Janix tape. This double-sided sticky tape basically. One layer on the wheel, cut it to suit. And my tub for this year is Bontrager R4. Bontrager R4. So the tape is double-sided, and you put that on, cut it to suit. Good reference to start off at the valve hole, just under here. Just place the tape down like that, and just continue this the whole way right around the wheel. Make sure that's pressed in nice and firmly, and get that right back around to the valve. Make sure it's pulled nice and tight, nice and straight. You don't want it going up over the edges like that there. You want to pull it nice and tight. And then the center, run your finger down the inside so you get the groove on it. Once you come to the end, just fold it back, and on that fold is where you want to snip it with a good pair of scissors. Once you've snipped it, put the tubular in. There should be enough tape left over for the rear wheel, but we'll go ahead and put this tubular in. Just make sure that your tubular is not directional. It's not too bad for the front wheel where you can just swing it around, but the back wheel, well, like I said, will determine what way the tire will go. So get your valve in, put the tube on the whole way right round. Once you get to near the end, it'll look like this, and this, I don't know if this is one-handable, but yeah, it's easy enough with one hand. If that's quite tight, it's going to have to be maybe a tire lever or two hands. These tubs are last year's ones, so they're a wee bit pre-stretched. Back to the valve, and pull that off, and this red tape here, we're wanting to pull that off. So you'll end up with it like this. It's a case of pulling this back and an inch or two of tape, continuous the whole way right round. Bit of air in the tub so it centers. So once you get your tubular on, it should look like this. When you're looking at it from this point of view, it should be equal. That means it's centered. Can give the wheel a spin. I can see I have a bit of a hop here, so I need to take it off and straighten it. Then once you get them finished, get them on the bike, let them sit overnight with a good pressure on them, just so the bed in, and then you're ready to rock and roll. Cheers.